What's up, family and friends? How are you? I welcome you to this live broadcast, and I want to speak on our marriage and family problem. Our marriage and the family problem. Especially those of us from Africa or in Africa. You know what you're going through in marriage, or what you are going through in your family because of marriage. When I say that, I mean because of the person you married. Especially some men. Your parents don't support the woman you married. You know, we don't show our girlfriends to our parents. You know that. It's not like in America where your parents know your girlfriend, and you know you can go out with your girlfriend, even your girlfriend, coming, or you going to their house, both of you spending time together. Our people, want you to only do that when you get married. So you are not permitted to say you're sleeping outside or you are going to your boyfriend or girlfriend house as they do in America. Even teenagers in America, their parents know their boyfriends and the girlfriends. So it's not so in Africa. So in Africa, when you say we introduce somebody you want to marry, then you begin to see how your family react to it. Some of us never have problem with our parents or with our siblings until we get married. Then we begin to have that family problem. You see your mom, not wanting to see that woman around you, or when they see that woman, they think she's the reason why you are suffering, she's the reason why you are not making it in life, she's the wrong person for you to marry. We have to change all that. As I always say, the man, like in Africa, the man is the one that is responsible for whatever is happening in his life, in his marriage, and his family. African system is not like American system. Although the African system we have now is not the real African system, it's also influenced by foreign agents, like American way of marriage, European way of marriage. But the main one that influences African marriage today is the European one. That is why you see we do what we call traditional wedding or marriage, and we still go to church or to court to do that. So African marriage is not recognized. Is European marriage that is recognized. You cannot travel abroad with African marriage. Of course, we don't issue certificate, but if we are people that have a working system, of course, we make our marriage become recognized in the world, and that will be where you will be. The government in Nigeria or in Africa will issue you the marriage certificate because of that one. But we go through a lot to marry. But that's not the problem. Of course, it's money. You pay money, you get them, or you get them down. You pay the thing you're supposed to pay to get them. But the problem I'm talking about is inside. Outsiders don't know about this problem. And that's why I'm telling us we're supposed to start telling the truth as it is. Say things as they are. Not when we are suffering in our family, we come outside and pretend, oh, all is well. In the name, oh, do not wash your dirty linen outside. Why not? Everybody have dirty linen, right? So why are you saying don't wash it outside? You can wash it anywhere. Say the truth. That's how we save ourselves. Many people has been deceived. Maybe you see a couple smiling, kissing each other outside, but you have not done, you and your wife or you and your husband is not doing the same thing. You think they are better than you. No, if you spread your problem and their problem, you will choose your own problem than their problem, because your own is better than their own. You don't know what people are going through in their family. You see some men, some of them are your friends. After marriage, they change. You say, oh, they change. No, they have not changed. It's the condition they find themselves in. Some of them, they married your best friend. Somebody you say is your friend, she's a darling. But you don't know her secret life. That's why it's bad for you to vouch for anyone. Anyone that tell me, oh, this person is nice, this person is a good person, I say, you don't know. It's when you live with the person, you know who the person really is. You cannot tell me, oh, this person is no. No matter who. There's this doctor, they say is a good doctor. I say, forget that. And I've proved that he's not what they say he is. All right? So, not what you see that matters. Is you, how you live in your own family. Not what you see in other people's family, not what you see in other people's marriage. They may have fantastic way of displaying their marriage, their love. Like when you watch Nollywood movies, you see how they portray family. You think that's how it is, but they will show you how they kill themselves in their families, how they use silent drugs to kill their partners. So you think every morning they wake up, they kiss each other and say, honey, good morning, blah, 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 blah. They dress up, you know, eat dinner together and go. You think that's how it goes? It's not. Don't be deceived by what you see on media. You see people, the only thing you hear is when they divorce. Oh, you say, what? You thought they were living fine. You thought? Because they have been telling you lies. Television tell lies vision. They tell you a lie with what you see. And because you live by sight, you live by what you see, you think is the truth. It's not. You have to verify what you see. You know, for some people, when they see a man and a woman together coming out from hotel or from motel, they concluded, oh, they had sex. He's sleeping with your wife. She's sleeping with your husband. They concluded whether they kiss or not, whether they touch each other. They don't know whether they went there to discuss something, you know, different. But all they know, oh, I see your wife coming out from that hotel with that man, or with that rich man, or with that your friend. And you see, they start having problem. But the bigger problem is at home. Especially when your parents are still alive, and especially mothers. Of course, like me, I'm a firstborn. My mother loved me so much. So my mother, anything about me, my mother want to care about me. But she know me earlier that I am kind of stubborn, like this is what I want. If that's how I want it, you know, she respect that. Yeah, my mother respect that. She don't interfere in my marriage, whether good or bad. She only, whatever I say, that's what she will go with. If I say this is my wife, that's my wife. If I say this is not my wife, that's not my wife, period. No, don't try to tell me anything. I know that earlier, even before I thought of marriage. And that's how I go with it, and that's how it's working for me. So you know how it's working for you. But when it comes to family issue, you may love your wife and you are living good with your wife. You don't have any problem with your wife. How about your siblings and your parents? They begin to have issue with your wife. How do you handle it as a man? It's not like in America, government maybe will intervene or so you go and get restraining order. No, your family is your family and they will be there. Even if you say you don't want them to enter, they will be there. The same way you will handle it is simple. That's the same way I handle mine. Declare to your family who you are. If you are still a kid, then why do you marry? A man should be able to stand for himself, for his wife, for his children, for his family. It's supposed to be so. It's supposed to stand as a man and declare your stand. This is what I stand for. This is what I believe. And this is what I want to do. This is what makes me happy. Not you still being a boy or a kid or a toy in the hands of your parents and siblings, and they're playing you around like you're a toy. It's time you declare who you are to them. If you're a man, declare it to them. You are not a man because you have pennies. You're not a man just because you married a woman. You are a man from inside out. What is inside of you? Do you have wisdom? Can you think for yourself? Can you speak for yourself? If you cannot speak for yourself, anybody can speak for you. And when they speak for you, they can control you. Anyone that speaks for you controls you. Just as people that are speaking for God controls God. They tell God when to act. They tell God when to answer their prayers. They tell God what they want. Because God is useless. God cannot speak for itself. God does not exist. So when other people are speaking for you, it means you do not exist. Do you get what I mean? Before I thought maybe having lawyer shows that you have money to have lawyer, or maybe you know you are right, blah, blah, blah. No, they say when you have lawyer, according to the law, in this among the lawyers, it means you are a moron. You can't speak for yourself. You are not smart enough to speak for yourself. So like when people like Donald Trump say they are genius, I laugh. I say, but he got lawyers. Lawyers are the one fighting for him. He said, but it's the system. Of course, if you are wise, no matter the system, stand against the system. That's what I mean. So as a man, you're supposed to make your stand in your family, among your parents, among your siblings. Let them know who you truly are. Not maybe what you have, what you know, what you are called. No. Who are you? Are you a man? In your marriage, are you a man? In your family, are you a man? If you are still a kid, how do you expect them to treat you like a man? They will treat you like a kid. But when you stand as a man, speak as a man, act as a man, they will respect you. Even if they disagree with you, even if they don't like your wife, they will still respect you. When they see your wife, they remember you. When they want to treat your wife anyhow, they remember the type of person you are. Then they will respect your wife, whether they like it or not, because it's your choice. Remember, Africans don't have African marriage anymore. African marriage has been destroyed. So, but the one we have now, that's what I'm talking about, how you should stand as a man. If it were African marriage, of course, family is concerned. Family will do investigation without your consent. They will go and find out, and they will support you. They don't just go and do investigation. They support the marriage. They support you financially. They support you in every way. You see them invite their family, their friends and neighbors. They will make sure everybody eat well. They will help you to carry out all the marriage ritual or traditional ritual you have to perform for that marriage. So African marriage has been shattered. The foreign influence shattered African family structure. So get that. When you say you have traditional marriage today, it's not the real African traditional marriage. It's not the real African culture. It is foreign. It is foreign influenced African tradition that we have today. That's why I see in there, as somebody said, they will be saying they are doing traditional something, yet they pray in Jesus' name. They pray to Jehovah. They pray to Yahweh. They pray to Allah. So that means they don't know what they're saying. In true African culture or traditional marriage, you don't mention those strange names. You don't bring any strange way of doing anything in African stuff. It must be real Africa. African stuff must be African to the core. You can't have it both ways. Put one leg in African culture and put one leg in European culture. You're supposed to know that what you call white wedding or church wedding is European tradition. It's not African tradition. But because you relegated African tradition, or we relegated Africa, remember I'm talking about us, I'm also involved in it. I am part of it. So I'm not exonerating myself, saying, I'm awakened now, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm still in the system. So I am part of the system. And we are fighting the system. That's what makes us the woke nation. We don't support the system. We don't agree with the system. We are fighting the system until it falls and the truth prevails. When the truth prevails, all of us will begin to see the true freedom. All of us will begin to live in unity again, because the system was put in place to keep us divided, to keep us hating each other, to keep us low, so to keep us disrespecting our stuff. And that leads me to the next thing I want to share about. Your parents get upset because of the person the type of woman you married, or the woman. You love the woman, you have good time with the woman, romantic relationship, everything going on with the woman. You're okay with her, despite her fault, but you're okay with her where you see her. But your parents don't buy it. And your parents are Christians. Yeah, that's what I want to, another major thing I want to talk about. Your African parents that are Christians don't have any right to tell you who to marry and who not to marry. They don't have any say in your marriage because they are Christians. Christianity is strange to Africa. When you say you are a Christian, you have rejected African culture, African tradition. Yes. That's why I say your parents cannot curse you, your parents cannot bless you. And that's why. Because they have disconnected themselves from African root. If your parents are Christians, they are no longer Africans per se, like they are no longer rooted in Africa. So they cannot tell you, oh, this is what we want according to our tradition. So don't expect maybe bad thing to happen because they don't agree with the woman you married. It will not happen. Let them form, let them say anything, let them not attend your marriage, or let them stop coming to your family. You will still live fine because they rejected their ancestors the same way you reject whatever they are saying. The same way. Many of us don't consider that. That's why they say, oh, they expect your marriage to fall, but you see, standing, yours is better. Because so long you are working now, you have something doing, money is coming, your marriage is successful. That's the definition of successful marriage today. How much you're making. It doesn't matter whether you are fighting in your marriage, so long you're making money. That's the new thing. It's okay. You can afford anything your wife and your children want, or your family want. Yeah, I mean your immediate family. Of course, you are successful. And even after 50 years, when you guys never have sex, maybe for 40 years, in that 50 years, you still say, see, God join us together. No man put us under. We are married. That's not marriage. That's not marriage. So you have to know the truth, and that's what I'm saying. So if your mother get upset or your father get upset because of your marriage, remind them that the religion they put you in, which is called Christianity, is like that marriage you have is foreign. And in that marriage, you know, parents don't have say because it's not African ways. In African marriage, the parents have a lot of say. If parents in African marriage approve whoever you marry, you will enjoy. Even divorce will not happen. If you turn out that woman is bad, your parents will also join hands to make sure he come to her senses. Or they find out their son is bad, they will also make sure you don't maltreat that woman. They will be telling the woman, we know our son, yeah, he's bad. He's this, he's that. They will tell you the truth about, because you are part of them. African marriage treat woman as part of them. You are now their daughter. That's why they call you my daughter. My parents supposed to call it, according to African tradition, calling my wife their daughter. Then my siblings will be calling my wife their wife. But you know, they claim to be Christians now, yet they're still following part of it. But you can't disconnect yourself from the root and expect to bear the same fruit. It's not possible. You disconnect yourself from mango, you are mango, and you are engrafted now in guava, and you expect to still bearing mango. No, you'll be bearing nonsense. Even if you won't bear guava, you won't bear mango. You'll be bearing awkward fruit, which is why you see many people suffering in Africa today, despite their faith, despite their claiming to be exposed. How I wish you know that whatever white men give us is not for our good. Your slave master will never train you to be free. They will never train you to be better than them. They will never train you to be like them, but they will tell you, yeah. That's what they tell the slaves, you know, the there are the ones they lie to enter that good ship Jesus, the slave ship or the slave boat. They tell them, oh, we're taking you to a better place. Don't worry. Oh, this Africa is mess. Your ancestors are evil. Your tradition, your culture is bad. We're taking you to a better place. Then the wale, habanye, deshiga. They enter the boat, taking them to heaven. And when they get to the heaven, they became beasts. They tie them down with chains, begin to use them for manual labor by force without paying them nothing. You see the African Americans still complaining and crying for reparations, right? And white people are not ready to give it to them. Because they know if they give black people in America reparations, their downfall will begin to emerge. No, they won't give it to you. You have to go and take it. I see some people, you are educated and you school in under white man, and you say you are doing a rally, like you are protesting as a student. In what system are you protesting? You stay part of this. You are not protesting. Your protest is nonsense. You are protesting for unity or for what? What are you protesting for? In the same system that is still have you have their book, you carry their book, you following their book, you following their manual, and you say you have, no, you're not. You are just like an ant inside a shell full of water. You know, you swim from one corner to another. You say you have swim past ocean. No, you have not passed anywhere. You're still in that shell. So your parents don't know what I'm saying because they have been indoctrinated and brainwashed the same way they pass it down to you. My parents did the same thing to me, right? It happened to all of us. I am not different from you when it comes to the influence that the foreigners have over our culture and our lives. All of us, we are involved in it. But that's what we are fighting against, to be free. You have to fight for your freedom. You have to take it. Nobody will give you your freedom. The world will never have peace. The only time the world will have peace is when Africans recover their heritage. That's why they don't want it. You think they want it? No, they ask you to pray for peace because you will never have it by prayer. You never have it by begging. You have to fight for your freedom. They ask you pray. Pray for the unity of the world. Pray for the peace of the world. Then there are idols like Pope. Every New Year they release a dove, a sign of peace or symbol of peace when there is no peace. They even put it in their book. They say when they cry peace, 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 there is no peace, so behold destruction. That's what is happening. So the day black people get their pieces back, you will see how the world will live in peace again. But until then, worse things will be happening in the world. It's just like in Nigeria. Until Nigeria split, Biafrans get freedom. Nothing. No, your prayer cannot fix Nigerian problem. The worst thing will be happening there. You have to think about it. You have to consider it. If you think your prayer works, you won't be where you are today. Nigeria won't be suffering what they are suffering today in Nigeria or anywhere. You say they are killing Nigerians in South Africa. They are our families, right? Africans are supposed to be a family, not nations, not countries. African is one nation, one family. We are not strangers in any part of Africa. We don't supposed to need visa or passport to travel to any part of Africa because it is, and the place you call Africa today is just part of Africa. So they know we have to get back our whole pieces. Both where you call Israel today, where you call Middle East, all of them belong to Africa. That's our land. But they divided us to destroy us. But since no one can destroy the sun, no one can destroy us. The same goes in our family. Africans will restore their family structure. The marriage and family problem we are having, we have the power to solve them. That problem you're having in your marriage, you can solve them. That problem you're having in your family, you can solve them. You have the will and the power to solve them all. And that's why I'm making this type of appeal to you, to think. Use your brain and see what is going on and see how you can help yourself and the others. No condition is permanent. The problem you have in your family is not permanent. Some of you is financial problem. Financial problem is not problem at all, because you can make money. You can sell properties and make money. Of course. You can work and make money. You can beg and make money, but don't steal. So you can solve that financial problem. When it comes to money, money is never our problem. Money is not the problem, unless you are greedy. When you are into greed, when you are into covetousness, of course, money will be problem, a very big problem. That's why I see they say that money is the God everybody worship. Of course, in money, everybody trusts. In money, everybody trusts in money. And it's not supposed to be so. It's supposed to be we trusting one another, because man is more than money. Man is more important than money. Your relationship, your marriage, your family, your people, they are more important than money. They are more useful to you than money. You can survive without money, but you cannot survive with people. Without people. You cannot survive without your people. You cannot survive without your relationship. All that is part of us. We are in this together. If you cut off from your root, you die, you begin to wither. So if your parents are Christians and they're interfering in your marriage, and some of you condone it, you say, okay, it's okay because you're a Christian also, but it don't supposed to be so. It don't supposed to be so. But it's so because you are Christians and you accepted it. You say nobody forced you to be a Christian. Okay, so nobody should force you to do what? Solve your family and marriage problem. Keep enduring it. You say if you endure to the end, that's when you will be saved. So you will not be saved now. You have not been saved. Stop claiming that Jesus saved you or no. He said you have to endure to the end. Be a good slave to the end, then you will be saved. But you can deliver yourself today and end that marriage and the family problem. We have that problem. We cannot deny it. Let us stop suffering and denying. You are suffering and you are denying it because you have faith and the hope. They tell you, don't worry, soon it will be better. Which soon? Jesus is coming very soon. You know how many centuries, thousands of years they have preached that. Yet no Jesus is showing up because Jesus does not exist. Jesus is fake. Likewise, everything you build in that name, everything you attach that name to, the fakeness affects it. It's a poison. It's infection. It infects everything you attach that name, and you begin to suffer and deny. Oh no, I'm not suffering. The Lord is good. I'm enduring. Why are you enduring when you're supposed to be enjoying? Your religion is part of the problem you have in your marriage. Because that your religious faith and the hope cemented or cement that family problem. They tell you, you know, what God joined together, let no man put asunder. How can God join something together and you say let no man put asunder? That shows you God never joined anything together. If God join anything together, it doesn't, no matter how you try to separate it, no man can separate it. But you know, that God never exists, and they're just telling you a lie. They tell you keep in dirty, death do your part. But it's a lie also, because when death comes, they don't part anywhere. I know. If the man is rich, the woman will remain. He say, I have child, I have baby, I have children for him. He is my husband, and she will not allow his brother to marry her, according to even to Bible, to have more children, or to have children for the man. But you have made that vow till death do on a part. Now death comes, you begin to apply nonsense. So wake up, my people, and do the right thing for yourself. Solve your family problem, solve your marriage problem. You can solve it. Begin to think for yourself. As a man, mainly, you Africans, man, stand up in your family and declare who you are to your family, and see how good and better life will become. Thank you.